Horror. Horror. Horror.
Oh yes. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. Oh yeah. This is a relaxing day for me, I'll tell you what. I wonder if you could hear the mowers going on around here. It's because it finally cooled down after about, I don't know, a week of just awful heat. And the temperature finally dropped and it's beautiful out. I was walking the dog and I was like, you know what? It feels almost, not quite, but almost like fall. And that just got me in the mood for coming out on the deck, enjoying the weather a little bit, having a beer and relaxing. Everyone else is at work. You know, I'm out of work for the summer because of a teaching job. So, you know, I'm taking a little break from what I was doing and just having a beer. I want to chat with you guys a little bit, let you know what was going on. So I got a lot of stuff going on. Not all beer related, but some beer stuff too. First of all, I have the sourdough experiment going on that I made a separate video for. I made a separate playlist for that as well because I'm going to have a few videos in that series. There have been a few views, but not too many comments, so I'm not too sure if you guys are really digging the whole sourdough experiment thing. But for those of you who are watching along and want to know when the next video is coming out, I'm probably going to put a new video out this weekend for the sourdough experiment. I wanted to gather about 5 to 7 days worth of video, checking in on the starter every day or so, and just kind of make a little video of it and showing you how it progresses. And then I'll put up the video for that, and after that I'll do probably a video of making bread with the starter. So far my starter is looking okay. Not quite as active as I would like it to be. I'm hoping that when I do make a actual bread starter that it rises enough. And if it doesn't, you know, back to the drawing board, you just go and try to find some more wild yeast. So that's what's happening there. My scotch ale that I asked a few questions about oaking and adding rum to, I finally racked it off of the yeast cake. So that was in primary fermentation for a month. I left that in for about 4 weeks. And, you know, it really called for more like 2 weeks in primary, 2-3 weeks at the most, but I got backtracked with a lot of stuff, or backlogged with a lot of stuff. And I, you know, I let it go a little longer. So I finally racked that into a secondary, and I have like some better bottles for that kind of stuff, so I racked it into the better bottle. But before I did that, I took a paint straining bag from Home Depot. That's what I use usually for like straining my wort through if I think there's going to be a lot of trub or too much like hop matter or whatever. So I took that and I stuck it into the carboy and I poured, I think I used, if I remember correctly, I don't remember how much rum I used. I want to say 4 ounces of rum. I think that was right. But I poured, so the oak cubes, 2 ounces of oak cubes, medium toast, were soaking in the rum for pretty much the entire month that the primary was going. And I poured the rum in to the secondary container through the straining bag, and I put the oak cubes into that straining bag as well. And then I racked the scotch ale into that through the straining bag as well. And that's pretty much it. I closed it up with an airlock, and it's been a couple of days. I'm going to let that go for no more than a week, probably 5 to 7 days, and I'm going to pull the oak cubes out at that point, and I'm going to let it stay in the secondary for another week or so after that, and then I'm going to bottle it and probably let it age for at least a month or so. I might start tasting them at the month mark or around there to see how it's going. But that's what's happening with my scotch ale. And I also have one other brew that I would really like to do this week, but things have been really hectic. Here's my problem. You guys seasonal brewers, you like to brew stuff like in season? I mean, obviously, I've been drinking this dry Irish stout because that was the most recent thing that I had bottled, and I really like it. I meant to brew that for freaking St. Patrick's Day, and you see what happened there. I bought a American wheat kit, and I have that son of a bitch sitting around for months. And summer's half over now. By the time I finally brew this thing, by the time it's finally in the bottle, it's going to be fall. I know it's going to be fall. What am I going to do? It's going to be fall. And then at that point, I'm going to be like, oh, I want to make a pumpkin ale. And then it'll be winter when that's done. I just can't get on my game here. I don't know what's going on, guys. I should start like doing a calendar maybe. You know, at the end of the day though, I really don't care about seasonal brewing. You know, is it nice to have a light, refreshing brew on a hot summer day? Yeah, sure, you know, that's really nice. But I could always buy that too, so it's not really a big deal. Whoa, something fell out of my pocket. What was it? Ah, it's my electronic cigarette. You guys see these things? Little electronic cigarette. This is a battery right here. And this is the cartomizer, where you put in some nicotine oil or liquid. And I actually get the nicotine-free kind because I'm not a smoker, and I don't need nicotine or anything, but I kind of like the different flavors that they have. This is, I think, a coffee-flavored one. And you press a little button, and it heats that up a little bit, and you get vapor. It's not smoke, and it is the flavor of whatever it is that you got. I have coffee flavor. I think I have like peach flavor somewhere. They have whiskey flavor, and I mean, there's just a ton of different kinds. That's pretty much it. Tastes like, oh no, this is the peach one, not the coffee. It's just vapor. It doesn't smell like anything. It's not smoke. It's kind of cool. Anyway, what else? Oh, it's so nice out here. I just kind of want to hang out and chat for a while, you know? Hope you guys don't mind too much. I don't know. For Homebrew Wednesday, I should be talking more about homebrew, but I'm going to skip over now and talk about a little food, because that's what I've been doing for the past 2 days. So yesterday, I got it in my head that I wanted to make a salted caramel gelato. I have a little ice cream maker, Cuisinart ice cream maker thing, and during the summer I like to make different kinds of ice cream. And I made the salted caramel gelato. Came awesome. This particular recipe called for making a custard that you then freeze. So it's kind of like frozen custard, I guess. It's very creamy, very thick. Awesome flavor. I made the caramel myself, and then you add the cream and you make the custard, and yeah, I won't go into details, but it came awesome. And then today I made almond cranberry biscotti, and I tasted one. Tastes awesome. They look pretty good. I made that because I was like, oh, you know, that'd be nice to have with the ice cream. And then I was like, yeah, but salted caramel, biscotti, it kind of goes together, but not well enough. So I decided to make another ice cream, of course. And this one was a mocha ice cream, which basically consisted of me using fresh coffee to make the base, and then I make a separate fudge chocolate sauce, and I freeze the custard coffee base first, and then I'm going to mix in the fudge base, and it kind of like mixes together and creates mocha. So that'll be a mocha frozen custard again. And so maybe like a scoop of salted caramel and a scoop of mocha and a biscotti, a little whipped cream. Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about for dessert. And it only took 2 days to make. What else with food? Thinking about making beef enchiladas for dinner. I should probably get started on that. It's getting late. And there was one other thing I want to tell you guys. Ah, yes. Writing. Horror. That's very scary, right? I should do that all the time when I'm talking about my writing. Go, horror. Because then everyone's like, oh my god, it's scary. Horror. Yeah. I have an audiobook coming out. The first one is an anthology. I told you guys about this, but I don't think I really announced the specifics about it at the time, because at the time there were no specifics. There are now. This audio horror anthology is coming out on August 13th. The 13th, of course. We have a cover. I'm going to put a picture of that right here. And that's an awesome cover, right? I mean, come on. Come on. Exquisite Death. Yeah. I have one story in that. It's called The Plumber, and it's a doozy. And we have 4 other authors in this collection. Awesome authors. Benjamin Kane Etheridge, Kate Gardner, Mercedes Yardley, and Todd Keisling. 4 amazing authors, plus me, who I'm okay. I mean, come on, I'm all right. Not amazing or anything, but I'm looking pretty good. And all together, we have created Exquisite Death, audio anthology. For those of you who don't like to read very much, you don't have to. Just pop it in, pop it on your iPod, I guess. Kind of put it in when you're driving around, listen to some creepy tales. Good stuff. So August 13th, I'll remind you guys about that as that comes. I have a few other anthologies coming out and some other things in the works, but you know, no specifics necessarily on those, so I won't go into detail right now. And I'm working on my novel, you know. I have the one novel, Soundtrack to the End of the World, you guys know that, but I'm working on another one. I tentatively titled it The Shadows of Flies. That may change. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I have about 45,000 words written so far for the novel. It's going pretty good. My plan is to finish that up by the end of the summer, and I'd like to get an agent, you know, or start querying agents and try to get an agent for that. Up until now, I've sold my stuff on my own, you know, sending them into magazines and publishers myself. But I kind of want an agent. I would like to get an agent and kick my game up a little bit. So that's the next step. Once I have this new novel finished, I'm gonna look for an agent. What else? Teaching a horror writing class in the fall. Yeah, I was offered. It's not within the credit courses of Northampton. That's where I teach, the college that I teach. But it's a non-credit course. Anyone could take it. You don't have to be enrolled in the school or anything. And in fact, if you're watching and you're in the area where I live over here, in the Pocono area, you can take the class if you want, if you're interested in learning how to write horror. It's a 6-week course, 6 classes, one class a week. I believe it's 2 or 3 hour classes. It starts in October, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. And it runs through December. I'll see if I could put a link somewhere around here. It's horror writing, writing to scare, writing, easy class, you know, non-credit, a lot of fun. I believe we have a class on Halloween even, so that should be a killer day of class. Get a lot of candy and dress up and go a little cuckoo, maybe murder someone. I don't know. Spitball, just spitball. Oh yeah, man, I'm telling you what, I'm going to finish my beer and enjoy this awesome weather before I have to go back to work, do a little writing, do a little cooking. But I'm gonna sign off so I don't chew your ears off for too long. It's about probably 13 minutes or so. 13 again. Watch out for that number every time you see it, 13. Yeah, time to go. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. Cheers.